Ukraine is rich in natural springs, and they have always been surrounded by stories and legends moving from one generation to another, highlighting medicinal, rejuvenating, and other magic properties of the water. Nowadays, a big share of the natural springs are abandoned or poorly kept. The fountains are destroyed, and the majority of them are polluted and at risk of disappearing.
Nowadays, one of the biggest sources of drinking water for Kiev is the Dnieper River, and also Desna, and a couple of other rivers. But for these rivers to survive, they need the small springs and fountains which bring their water into it. And that's one of the biggest issues we are facing now in Kiev. Development of city infrastructure, building of new metro stations and construction in the city is very important for Kiev people. But unfortunately, during this process of development, one tends to forget about such important things such as legal, natural springs like this one.
Access to safe drinking water is one of the basic human rights and also one of the Millennium Development Goals. United Nations Development Programme, as one of the UN agencies, strongly supports this very important development priority. In Ukraine, only 80% of people in the cities have access to systems, to water provision through the central water system. In Ukraine also, only 20% people living in the villages have access to the central water systems. This is why the Every Drop Matters initiative is a very crucial partnership to ensure access to the good quality drinking water.
The project will apply a partnership approach by bringing together local authorities, community members, school children, and students to join efforts in preserving and protecting natural water resources and the environment.
First of all, we're starting this project only this year, so for us it's a big event, because I think that the program Every Drop Matters is unique and really deserves very good attention from our side. So we have analyzed all the achievement which was done around all the countries, and because of the priorities for Coca-Cola system in Ukraine are waste management, prevention of the air pollution, and of course water usage and conservation. So we decided that the frame of Every Drop Matters is the best frame for us.
With the city of Kiev and with the Coca-Cola company, and I'm very pleased to welcome you at the inauguration of clean water.
The sustainability of the intervention will be ensured by creating local ownership through involving the local authorities and communities from the very start of the project. The selection of springs to be rehabilitated under the project will be done on the basis of commitments from the local communities in maintaining the springs and the surrounding area after the project ends. The project will complement and also match ongoing partnership initiatives of UNDP Ukraine on local development, implemented jointly with various municipalities and local authorities.
One of the activities we are trying to develop is the public work. We are trying to implement and to change the mentality and the attitude of the population towards water issues. One such activity is this program of purification and rehabilitation of springs, into which the EDM project can fit. The project will also develop and publish manuals, books, and little booklets. For example, we have published a number of books which became very popular amongst schools and libraries and among the population.
The project envisages development and implementation of a public awareness campaign on water and environment preservation, including an education component on water management.
Our main concern and our main idea was how to attract people's attention to the issue of water resources and preserving of water resources. We came to the idea that the best audience would be children, because children influence their parents, their families, and that's the future of the country. So if we put something to their mind, that will create a moment to the future of this country. Therefore, we decided not to spend money just to renew something or to build something, but rather to use this as a tool, as an opportunity to attract as much as possible children to the practical work and information campaign of water management and water resources. We just started this project, and we hope that by the end of the first year of it, we would have at least 15 different small projects of spring rehabilitation around the whole country. By that, we will make a real information and public campaign in a local and national mass media, and we would attract people to this issue.
The expected long-term impact of the Every Drop Matters initiative in Ukraine has increased local community awareness of water preservation and management, increased local skills in development and implementation of partnership community projects, and the enhancement of socially responsible and proactive behavior of young Ukrainians.
I learned about the Every Drop Matters project from the internet, and I got very interested in it. Our natural water springs and fountains need rehabilitation, and I'm very glad that we can join this process.
Our community is very important for us. In our community, there are lots of springs and fountains. There is even a legend that when St. Andrew saw this place, he said that's where Kyiv should be. And that's why Kyiv stands on the river Dnipro and is very important for us. Each drop of water means life, and this project is very important for us because in our area there are also 6 lakes which are connected by the same stream, and we have an opportunity to clean the territory of these water bodies. For me, this project means that thanks to this, more people will understand the meaning of each drop, and that water is the most precious thing that mankind has.